Lee Chae-min never asked to become the center of a real-life love story that would get fans swooning, reporters chasing, and random strangers secretly smiling while scrolling through their feeds. He simply walked into Crash Course in Romance as another young actor with a gentle face and a promising future. But somewhere along the drama-filled set, under camera lights that blurred the real from the scripted, his eyes began finding someone else again and again, someone not entirely written by the screenwriter. Her name, Ryu Da-in. She wasn't just another co-star. She was soft smiles between takes, quiet giggles when cameras weren't rolling, and that lingering feeling that their story might not end when the director shouted, "Cut." Their on-screen moments weren't always front and center, but something about them felt warm. Like something gentle growing under the radar. A vibration in the air when they shared space. Fans noticed before they did, or at least before they admitted it. Edits featuring their subtle glances started surfacing online. Comments like, "I swear he looks at her differently," began quietly appearing. And as their roles wrapped and schedules took them elsewhere, something curious happened. Their connection didn't fade with the spotlight. By the beginning of 2024, people were whispering about sightings. Two young stars seen walking side by side with a comfort that didn't quite look friendly. A nearly matching bracelet that wasn't exactly confirmed but also not convincingly denied. And then March 2024 hit like the softest yet loudest confession in K-drama relationship history. News broke that Lee Chae-min and Ryu Da-in were publicly dating. Not rumored. Not, maybe seeing each other. Publicly dating. Fans lost their minds, but not in anger, in overwhelming delight. Somehow, this romance felt real in a world where many were used to carefully staged PR relationships or total secrecy that made love look like a problem rather than something beautiful. But Lee and Da-in showed no fear. They didn't run. They didn't hide. They simply existed, gently, but openly. The way Chae-min spoke about the relationship during later interviews didn't sound like someone manufacturing emotions for public approval. He didn't dramatize it, but he also didn't dismiss its importance. He described it as something that gives him motivation rather than pressure. As if her presence didn't weigh on him like expectations, but lifted him like inspiration. For Da-in, the spotlight wasn't always kind, as often happens when someone dates a rising star whose face is suddenly on trending lists. Criticism existed, not about who she was, but about who people believed she should or shouldn't be. And yet, during moments where the internet turned sharp, Chae-min didn't respond with silence. He defended her. He expressed care. He made it clear that she mattered, not as an attachment to his fame, but as someone he respected deeply. Witnesses described moments from their dates innocently, like they were witnessing scenes from an unscripted romance drama. Sightings of them in Seoul, sitting across from each other in quiet restaurants, sharing desserts and laughter. There was a story from a restaurant employee saying Chae-min cooked pancakes for her and called her beautiful. It spread like wildfire, not as scandal, but as collective serotonin content. Their love didn't explode in dramatic gestures meant to dominate headlines. Instead, it bloomed in small ordinary moments. Gentle acts, warm support, shy smiles at airports when paparazzi flashed cameras and fans squealed. That was perhaps what made people love them more. They felt natural. They felt believable. They felt soft. And in an industry built on packaged perfection, soft authenticity is rare gold. Many people wondered whether the relationship might affect their careers. Would fans reject Da-in because she was dating someone with rising leading man potential? Would Chae-min lose popularity among shippers who preferred to pair him with whichever actress he was working alongside at the moment? But surprisingly, or perhaps not, it didn't hurt him. It made him more human. It made her more loved. And it made them both more relatable. Fans commented about wanting this kind of gentle support in their own lives, about how seeing a young couple navigate fame with grace gave them hope that not all celebrity romances have to be short-lived or hidden like precious crimes. But loving openly always comes with challenges. When Chae-min acted opposite other actresses in romantic roles, the internet buzzed with chatter. Could he separate real love from fictional romance? The answer came quietly through his own words. He mentioned they didn't spend time obsessing over each other's on-screen relationships or scripts. There was trust there. And caution. Talking too much about their professional romances could stir unnecessary emotions, so they respected each other's boundaries and maintained a space where reality and fiction stayed respectfully apart. That level of emotional maturity drew admiration not only from fans but even from older audiences and fellow entertainers, who understood how delicate balance must be when love meets spotlight. Slowly, their relationship turned from shocking celebrity news to beloved ongoing story. The internet shifted from questions like, "Are they serious?" to, "Do you think they'll do a couple vlog someday?" or, "Who else wants them to star in a romance drama together?" Articles began celebrating Chae-min's supportive boyfriend energy and Da-in's quiet strength amidst public curiosity. Some fans began calling them a symbol of modern K-couple courage, living proof that open dating in the industry doesn't always end in doom. They showed that being in love and being a successful actor are not mutually exclusive states of existence. Their fans began crafting fanfiction-style theories about how they might have confessed to each other. Maybe it was after filming Wrapped. Maybe he asked her if she wanted to grab dinner not as co-workers but as something more. Maybe she said yes too quickly, and then laughed at herself. Maybe he got flustered and tried to act cool but failed adorably. No one knows how the real moment happened, but everyone agrees it probably felt like something adorable, shy, and deeply sincere. And if their story were a K-drama, that moment would be played with soft background music, long glances, and a quiet promise of something pure beginning. It is often said that one of the most attractive things about someone in love is how they treat the person they love, not how loudly they claim them. Observers noticed how Chae-min doesn't use Da-in as a publicity card. He rarely speaks excessively about her in interviews, but when he does, there is respect in every word, admiration in every acknowledgement. He positions her not as a trophy but as a person who brings genuine value to his life. She, in turn, does not use his rising fame as her spotlight. Instead, she gracefully supports him from a healthy distance, never trying to overshadow him but always seemingly present in spirit. As months pass, fans begin to root not only for their individual careers but for their shared happiness. They become not just a trending couple but a quietly beloved one. Their presence on social media is not overly curated. There aren't constant couple photos or hard attempts at branding them as a packaged duo. Instead, there's occasional evidence of them being together, like matching items or simply being spotted out. They let their story breathe rather than forcing it into a marketable image. That lack of forced visibility gives their love more credibility. In a time where some celebrity relationships feel like strategic illusions, theirs feels like a simple truth. Two young actors who found comfort in each other while chasing dreams that can get loud, chaotic, and lonely. It's easy to imagine them supporting each other during tough filming days, sending words of encouragement when lines feel heavy or exhaustion hits. It's easy to imagine them celebrating each other's small wins and being proud of each other's progress. And maybe that's why so many are drawn to their story. Not because it's shocking, but because it's healing. Because it reminds people that even under pressure, love can remain soft. That even under cameras, love can stay real. Their story is still being written. There's no dramatic cliffhanger yet, no engagement rumor that carries weight, no heartbreak headlines. Just a gentle timeline of two young people navigating fame, individuality, and partnership with care. Fans continue watching, not with invasive curiosity, but with affectionate hope. They don't demand drama, they simply wish for their happiness to continue. Maybe one day they'll take bigger steps. Maybe one day they'll choose to share more. Or maybe they'll leave their story mostly private, only giving the world occasional glimpses. Whatever they choose, the world already feels lucky to have witnessed a modern K-couple who didn't turn love into scandal or spectacle, but into something many people quietly dream of, a calm, respectful partnership that lifts both hearts without dimming their individual lights. Lee Chae-min and Ryu Da-in didn't create a frenzy through chaos. They created fascination through tenderness. In an era where spectacle often wins attention, their quiet authenticity became their loudest charm. Their romance feels less like a headline and more like the first half of a beautiful K-drama where the audience doesn't just watch, they believe. As the months pass and the glow of early headlines fades into a quieter rhythm, something beautiful lingers in the air surrounding Lee Chae-min and Ryu Da-in. It's no longer just about excitement or surprise, it's about presence. Their love continues to exist not like a flame constantly demanding oxygen and attention, but like a lantern that softly lights up the darkness, steady and comforting. That, perhaps, is what sets them apart from many fleeting celebrity romances. They are not performing, they are simply being. Those who have seen them together often describe them with words like comfortable, at ease, or in sync. There is no rush, no panic, no visible desperation to define timelines or prove anything to the world. They have found a lane in which their love can live without being suffocated by the need to constantly validate it. Fans, watching from afar, often smile at how balanced they seem, like two individuals growing in their respective careers, yet never losing the thread that ties their hearts together. Observers speculate that their shared understanding of the industry, its highs and its emotional tolls, may be the very glue that holds them together. They both know what it means to endure sleepless nights memorizing scripts, to feel the pressure of public reception after a drama release, and to handle criticism that often has nothing to do with talent. There is likely a relief in being with someone who understands all of that intrinsically, without having to explain every emotion. People often wonder what moments exist behind the scenes, the ones no dispatch camera has caught, the ones unseen by fan edits, the ones that belong only to them. Perhaps there are quiet nights where they walk along the Han River, disguised by beanies and oversized sweatshirts, laughing about their day. Maybe Chae-min waits outside Da-in's set with warm drinks on cold evenings, and maybe she sends him handwritten notes before big shoots, wishing him luck in the gentlest way. Their love likely breathes in the spaces between big events, in the way they encourage each other before critical auditions, in how they send reassuring texts before nerve-wracking interviews, in how they celebrate each other's little wins privately before the public even knows. The emotional maturity of their relationship is not loud but visible in how they manage their careers. They don't rely on each other for clout or pair up for social media engagement. Instead, their bond stands as something like emotional grounding, a reminder that careers are soaring from a place of inner stability. Industry insiders quietly praise them for handling their public relationship with grace, especially at such a young age. Older actors have reportedly commented privately that the two carry themselves more maturely than many veterans, and fans take pride in adoring a couple that represents sincerity in a world of spectacle. But like all relationships under watch, theirs is not without challenges. Every time Chae-min is cast opposite a leading lady with undeniable chemistry, fan speculation swirls. Every time Da-in posts a photo looking stunning, netizens wonder if Chae-min took it. When either appears without a visible accessory they were once seen wearing together, panic threads through comment sections. Yet, despite the noise, their actions remain grounded. They do not feel the need to answer every rumor. They do not offer explanations for every silent day. Their relationship seems to rely on trust, not only trust between them, but trust in the fact that the world does not need every detail in order for their love to remain valid. Some fans compare them to slow-burn K-drama couples, the ones that don't rush into dramatic declarations but instead let feelings deepen through shared experiences. To others, their story feels like a modern city romance, one not defined by excessive public display, but by unspoken loyalty and mutual growth. The idea that love doesn't always have to be loud to be real resonates deeply. Many fans even comment that following their journey has helped them believe in gentle love again, a love that soothes rather than overwhelms. There is something profoundly beautiful in how their relationship intersects with their careers. Chae-min, rising steadily with each project, now carries a warmth that fans insist has grown since Da-in came into his life. His smile feels more natural, his interviews seem more grounded. Da-in, too, radiates quiet confidence, as though being supported emotionally has strengthened her from within. Some say this is what happens when love is healthy. It doesn't distract, it strengthens. Imagining their future becomes a favorite pastime for supporters. Will they one day share a frame again as leads, turning their natural chemistry into a beloved on-screen romance that leaves millions swooning? Will they continue supporting each other silently from the audience seats at award shows, clapping with that proud glimmer in their eyes? Will there be a day, years from now, when they recount their story not as something they struggled to protect, but as something that grew with them peacefully? For now, nobody knows where this journey leads, but the story so far has already touched hearts. It is not only about two actors dating. It is about two people navigating love in a place where love is often blurred by fame. It is about choosing softness in a harsh spotlight. It is about quietly proving that open relationships in the entertainment industry can thrive with respect, caution, and sincerity. Fans continue to watch with a sense of gentle anticipation, rooting not for dramatic twists, but for a long-lasting calm. Because not all love stories need chaos to be compelling, some become unforgettable simply by enduring. And so their story lives on, not in explosive headlines, but in the hearts of those who believe in quiet devotion. In every fan who smiles at a candid moment. In every hopeful viewer who dreams of love that grows patiently. In every person who watches their journey and whispers, "This feels real." If you found yourself drawn into the glow of this love story, if you love unraveling K-drama romances, real-life idol relationships, behind-the-scenes emotional journeys, and the soft magic Seoul seems to cast over love, then join us where the night never ends, and the stories always feel a little like starlight. Sparkle step into the heart of Korean romance, one story at a time. Follow Midnight in Seoul.